Hello, my name is Davin. This is first ever Isaac podcast presented by Isaac UBC. And we have a special guest here today. She went on Mexico last summer and she loved it so much that she joined the organization afterward. And now she is the TL of OGV. Her name is Ria. Hello, Ria.
Hi, Davin. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm great.
Oh wow, you smell really nice right now, by the way. Did you just put on a perfume?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay. You also put on a makeup as well. You know this is an audio form of entertainment, right?
Yes, I did, but I didn't want to look my best to feel my best.
Okay. What? Dude, stop slapping me. People can hear that. Anyway, so I invited Ria here today to talk about her exchange, right? So you guys can have a better understanding of what you can expect once you go on an exchange. Also, she's gonna tell us some funny story because she's hilarious. Just look at her face, you'll laugh right away. Dude, I feel so bad. Okay, Ria, how was your How was the Mexico?
It was amazing. It was such a good experience. It really helped me grow as a person. And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Oh my god.
Makes me better than Davin.
Let's cut the crap.
Which is why I'm a better TL than he is.
No,
For sure.
No, I am the best TL in Isaac UBC right now.
That's not true and we all know it.
Yeah, that's proven by numbers.
Okay, sure.
And so, how was it? I understand what you mean, but it's such an abstract concept, right? Like, for example, what do you mean grow as a person?
So it's actually so crazy and it sounds very cliche, but it really, really does help you grow both personally and academically. Like, I really believe that I became more open to new experiences and I learned more about myself in the sense of what I would like to do and what I wouldn't like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really, really great experience in that way. And academically, of course, it does help you learn how to work in a professional environment and, of course, network in a new country.
Yeah, I understand. I know how crazy open you are. So, just open about experiences. She's not afraid to try different things out. That's what I meant. So, do you have any moments do you have any memorable moments from your trip in Mexico?
Yeah, I do. Well, okay, so but basically my job was teaching English in a startup company, and it was on a one-on-one basis. So I would be teaching people, like Mexican people, adults, English, and it was pretty much helping them.
You said Mexican people? It's like Mexicans, you mean?
Down.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, Mexican people teach. Can you cut that out? She said, can you cut that out?
Are you trying to embarrass me?
No, so you said you taught Mexicans.
I've taught Mexicans English.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course, because my English is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and of course, they were adults, so it was pretty much trying to bring down their language barriers, so they were more comfortable with the language. And I did have one student who was pretty cool. He was really, really worried about speaking English in the beginning, and in fact, our first conversation was completely facilitated by Google Translate, and there was no way of us to talk to each other without Google Translate. But it was really great that towards like the middle or the end of my time with him, he was super comfortable and he actually was more confident talking in English by himself and doing a TED talk all by himself. And there was this one class where I was telling him that I really wanted to go skydiving, and it was a really interesting moment because it was something that we both connected on, even though that we hadn't actually, we didn't really know the language, and I didn't even know that, how to explain skydiving to him. And he was like, wow, I'm interested in this, and we were using hand actions to tell each other that we wanted to go. And that weekend we actually did take a road trip and we went skydiving.
Whoa.
So yeah, it was a really, really cool way for us to bond. It was a really cool way for me to learn, more about Mexico as a place too.
Yeah, that's crazy. Going to Mexico is already crazy enough for maybe volunteer trip.
Yeah.
But to go on a skydiving trip in Mexico,
was crazy.
my God, that sounds like, oh my God, that sounds so fun actually.
Yeah, it was the dream. It was a really, really nice experience.
Yeah, I always wanted to go skydiving, but I never find the chance to do it.
Plus, it's so expensive
Yeah,
here.
that is so true, too.
Exactly. It's like $300.
How was was there safety procedure?
Yes, actually, funny story.
Okay.
So the person who was actually my instructor and who I was attached to in midair.
Oh, so not like attached.
He was actually attached.
Like
to me.
physically.
Yeah,
attached.
physically attached
Okay.
to me because, like, of course, I don't know how to open the parachute and stuff. So when you first go skydiving, there's someone with you.
Mm-hmm.
Funny story, he didn't know English. And I don't really know Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot to ask him what the landing position was.
Okay.
And I realized that midair. So midair, I was having a conversation in Spanglish about how to land without breaking my kneecaps.
Oh.
So it was definitely a very, very scary experience. But it was
Yeah.
really funny because it was all good in the end.
Yeah,
It was a great experience. And I'm
Exactly.
alive.
I mean,
kneecaps intact.
But at the same time, even if you were injured,
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been a really good story anyway, right?
I don't think so.
Well, I think you would have
I
been
like my
laughing about
kneecaps
it.
intact.
Yeah, that is true.
Uh-huh.
But like, if you weren't injured fatally or anything like
I
that,
guess.
yeah.
So-
Oh well. So, what do you study now in UBC?
I study psychology. I'm in my 3rd year.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a minor in psychology, major in
Wow.
economics, by the way.
I
What?
don't think they care.
Oh, they do because arts.
Uh-huh.
Like the economics is the only program where you have to have a good average to get in.
Uh-huh.
I mean, not good. I mean, I'm talking about A
Oh,
minus.
is that you showing off?
Yeah. This is my subtle.
Subtle flex?
Yeah, subtle flex.
Okay.
Yeah, weird flex, but okay. Do you know the meme, by the way?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
It's only been 6 minutes. That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh yeah. We'll cut that out.
Do I talk that fast?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
So you joined Isaac afterwards.
Yes, I
right?
did.
So why did you decide to join the organization afterward?
As I said, the experience really, really helped me grow, and I really, really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wanted to join ISIC because I wanted to send other people abroad as well because I had such a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it does look very good on your resume. So I'm not gonna lie, I did have some
Okay.
personal motives.
Yeah. So what's that? Do you work anywhere right now?
I do have an internship. Yeah.
Oh, were you
Mhm.
able to use Isaac as like some example?
Yes, I was actually. So I applied for an arts internship in September.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and I did have ISAC, my experience in Mexico through ISAC on my resume.
Yeah.
And I was asked about it in my interview with one of with the company that I actually work with now, which is called West Coast Leaf.
Okay.
And they were pretty impressed with how I had actually traveled abroad and worked abroad, and they were very interested to know about my experience.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
Obviously your problem-solving skills, like off the chart.
Definitely.
For example, right?
Mhm.
Like you faced the problem of not knowing how to land during
Yeah.
skydiving, but you figured out the solution.
Midair.
Yeah, midair. Very high stake, by the way. Very high stake. Life or death situation, literally.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but, you were able to keep your calm and then figure out the answer to the problem that you have.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do you keep up with anybody from your trip?
Yes, I do actually. I'm still friends with all the girls that I was working with, and some of the locals that I did meet there. We're still in touch. It's really cool. We like update each other in our lives, or send voice notes to each other. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like when I was in Korea too,
Mhm.
I used to teach English there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the students, they were all elementary school students, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they still send me letters.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I know,
No
it's so
way.
cute.
Wow, they actually liked you.
Yeah, I know.
That's a surprise.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man?
Been working with you for a couple of months now, damn it.
I'm so likable. She is
Okay.
just kidding.
Um,
If she
I'm
didn't
really
like
not.
me, would she have made that joke? I ask you that questions to your listeners, right? Listeners meaning probably Japan. That's like the only person
Who's probably gonna be listening to it.
Or maybe Lee too. I don't know. Probably Lee and Chapman.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my team members to listen to it too.
Same.
That'll be like they're
There's 4 of
mandatory.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So we already have some listeners.
Listeners,
Yeah,
great.
that would be awesome. Well, I know that you have to go to dance club right now. Maybe she teaches. You're a teaching assistant at Latin dance club.
Yeah.
So, were you interested in Latin dance prior to going to Mexico?
Yes,
or?
I was. I was. I've been Latin dancing for almost 2 years now, or like over a year and a half. And I really, really wanted to go to a Latin American country because obviously I really wanted to dance, which is what inspired my decision to go to Mexico.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And by the way, for listeners, next week from 11th to 18th of February, Isaac is doing what's called American Blitz, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you apply to volunteer programs in American region, includes Mexico to South America. We do have some programs in the United States as well. But if you do apply, then you would have a chance to win a free trip, right? So accommodation will be covered, and usually a meal per day is covered. So all you would have to care about is airplane tickets and insurance. But AMS would cover for that anyway. So if you're interested, we're always boothing in Nest or Forestry or Buchanan in different locations. Or you can always contact us. I'll leave the contact information on the description, so you can check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ria, for today's fun interview.
Thank you, Davin, for your questions.
Not pre-planned at all.
At all.
It was quite impromptu, so that was actually turned out pretty good.
This is what you learn in ISEC.
Yeah, exactly.
Communication
skills and being quick on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, well, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great Thursday evening.
Thank you so much, and I hope you guys decide to join ISEC and go on an opportunity.
Yeah, don't forget, next week, chance to win a free trip to Brazil and Mexico. Also, you would be able to travel around in that country as well. So if you ever thought about going abroad to Brazil, Argentina, Chile, or Peru, this would be the perfect timing for you to actually realize that dream. Okay? So anyway, thank you for listening. This was Davin, and this was the first episode of Isaac UBC podcast. Thank you.